What is up, adventurers? Welcome to another episode of Creature Corner. Guess this will be episode 2. I think you guys are going to really like this video. Today we're going to be creating a brand new alien figure in the vein of my Firestar One. Last year sometime we were at Meyer, and these Buzz Lightyear figures, these 12-inch figures were on sale for $375. So I bought one with the intention of making another figure similar to my Firestar One, considering everybody liked that video so much. But today we're going to be doing the same exact thing, a little bit different color scheme, but instead of a Bullet Man head, we're going to use a vintage. It's hard to see here with the light in my workshop. There we go. A vintage G.I. Joe head sculpt. I think it's going to be a great video. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's going to be simple yet effective, hopefully. And we'll create a brand new alien figure. And afterwards, we might actually even put this baby on eBay. So we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. Keep living the adventure. Axis of awesome. Hey guys, welcome back. So, pop this guy out of the package. It's your typical Buzz Lightyear figure. Really neat. If you guys have seen these, they're put together really well. They're solid figures. They're hard to get apart, actually, as I found out with my basic builds Firestar pilot. So I got to look it over, approach it from whatever angle I want to get this thing, at least the top torso, apart so I can paint this thing up. I haven't really decided yet on a color. I'm thinking about a charcoal gray. I need it for another photo store, or another custom I'm getting ready to do. And might as well just kill two birds with one stone. As far as the head goes, I think what we'll end up doing is this a head I sculpted and molded. Not sculpted, I'm sorry. I molded and then cast out of a vintage G.I. Joe head sculpt. What I plan on doing is painting it in some kind of sci-fi color, similar to Firestar One, and then flocking in maybe a full beard, or just a head of hair, kind of like I did with the Bullet Man figure. But it'll be super cool looking, I think, and can't wait to do that as well. It should be a fun basic build. I guess a fun creature close-up, what do you want to call it? And it's going to be real simple. Hopefully it can go the way I really want it to go. So we'll stay tuned and see what happens here. All right, gang, welcome back. So been looking at this guy, figuring out how we're going to attack this custom. So I think the first thing we're going to have to do is remove the head. I don't want to damage him too much in the process. One of the things I ran into when I was doing Firestar One was I needed to take the figure apart, and I had to bust his torso apart in order to remove the head and figure out how to attach the Bullet Man style head to it. Same kind of scenario here, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Dremel and I'm just going to cut the head off up here and see what we've got in there, and then attack it from there. Now, I kind of feel like I want to do a paint scheme similar to that of the Firestar One figure, but not exactly the same. But we'll see. First things first, let's take this head off and let's figure out how we're going to attack this figure from that standpoint. So we'll be back in a bit. All right, gang, welcome back. So here's where we're at. So we've got the head removed on this body. And the plan right now, I think, as I move through this figure, we're going to take our, let me grab my head sculpt I had from the beginning. Going to take our Joe head here that we had. We're going to cut the port off, core the head out enough, and I've actually 3D printed, this is a test print, a neck post And what I think we're going to do is we're going to have to take a Dremel and we're going to kind of even this hole out from when I removed it. And we're going to make it to where that head can kind of drop down in there a little bit. And then I will probably mount some elastic down in here like so, then print a new neck post. We'll come back with the actual neck post printed we're going to use, and we'll pull the elastic up through the center and kind of attach it like a muscle body neck post, and then we'll finish this head and we'll glue it on here to kind of make a nice mount for the figure. So that's how we're going to attach the head. So painting the guy, I think what we're going to do is, you know, when I did my my last figure, Buzz Lightyear figure, my Firestar One custom a long time ago, I managed to take that figure apart and paint part of it. This guy looks like he's going to be really hard to get apart. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of keep it simple. I have some vinyl dye. Let's see if I can find it here. Let's see here. Right here. That's black. I have... Oh, shit. Thought I had it. Ah, there it is. So I have this smoky gray VHT vinyl dye. And it bonds really well to this plastic. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to tape this guy off. We're going to paint these blue portions with the vinyl dye. We'll paint the hands with the vinyl dye, and we'll do the boots with the vinyl dye. That'll give it a close resemblance to this portion here. We'll go ahead and paint this all a different metallic color, maybe the hose, and that's what we'll do. And then we'll mount the head, and we'll put a new patch right here maybe, and that'll kind of finish up our figure. We're going to keep him really, really simple. And as far as the head goes, I still have some of that Wonder Goblin green paint that I used, and I might use that again on this head and then give him a nice white or blonde flock with yellow eyes to make him kind of an alien looking figure as well, like we did Firestar One. So that's kind of what we're going to go with. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So the first step was we're going to have to take a Dremel, fix that, mount our neck post to it, or not mount it, dry fit the neck post, paint the figure, paint the head, and come back and mount it. So we'll be back with a little bit of an update on our progress. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, gang. So I've started taping off this guy. I'm going to do a test paint on this arm here to see how it looks. And then we'll go from there. So I'm just going to tape all this off, paint the two purple portions. I'll just mask all this off, do this arm first. I've got the portion up here all cored out, ready to go. I just need to 3D print a neck adapter. And we'll get this body all painted, hopefully, when we come back. And then we can start looking at that head and talk about how we're going to customize that. So let's go ahead and get this thing painted up, and then we'll keep moving forward with this custom. All right, welcome back, gang. So we have started to paint this figure. I got the boots all painted. I went ahead and got the shoulders and the hands all painted. I just haven't taken the plastic wrap off yet, but it turned out really great. Got a few little areas I got to scrape some paint off of, but I really like the way this darker charcoal color from this VHT vinyl dye looks on here. So I think we're going to get some paint. We're going to actually paint this ring around here a metallic color, and then we're going to try to remove the Lightyear emblems off of here and maybe repaint this portion here like a silver color to match this up here, and then put some detailing on this. I'll also, I think I'm going to weather this suit. So I'm going to get some acrylic paint, kind of water it down, and then kind of paint it and then brush it into the cracks and crevices of this suit to give it a nice weathered look. I think that'll look really cool. And after we're all done with that suit, I'm waiting on some 3D printer parts currently, and we'll start working on that mount for the head here. So we will try to get that done here in the meantime, so stay tuned. All right, so let's talk about this head. So I still have some of my Wonder vinyl Wonder paint in this pearl green that I did that Firestar One custom. So I still got a lot of these left. I'm going to try to figure out how to get my airbrush fixed and try to airbrush this head. We'll get it all cleaned up. We'll pop the mold port off and clean them all up, core out the head a little bit to accept the neck post I'm getting ready to 3D print. And then we'll try to paint this guy that color. And then I think I'll flock him in either a white or a gray. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm just going to do his hair. I'm not going to do his face. And I think it's going to be super dope looking. Hopefully we can get this all to work out. That is the battle plan for this head. And I think I've got some really cool yellow that I'm going to paint the eyes with, just like the Firestar One head sculpt. And that will be our head for this figure. So fingers crossed we can get all this working. Stay tuned. All right, gang, welcome back. So I got my airbrush to work, and I airbrushed this guy, and I think it turned out pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's about as good as I think I'm going to get it. I don't mind it. What I think we're going to do is we're going to flock him in a white color, maybe a gray, I'm not really sure. And then we're going to give him sideburns. And I think then we'll go ahead and we'll get him mounted on this suit. I'm currently right now finishing up the modeling for this neck adapter I'm going to put in here. And of course, I'm going to do some touch-up painting and whatnot on this guy. But yeah, I think this thing is actually going to turn out kind of cool. I'm kind of excited to finish it up. I got some other heads to flock this weekend, so I will get this guy flocked. I'll get him prepped, painted white there, and we'll get him all ready to go. And I think it's going to be super dope looking. So stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. So we have printed off our little adapter peg here. Here's the head, just goes right in there like so. We'll just glue it in place. And how we're going to attach it. So I kind of started messing around. I put this small little eye hook. I screwed it into the shaft that attaches the body parts together. And I had some of this bungee cord here left over from another project. What I plan on doing is I drilled a hole up through the bottom. Or not drill, I 3D printed a hole through there when I did this. And we're just going to put these through here. Let's see if I can do it here on camera. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get stuff done on camera. Should be able to. Yeah, maybe not. Nah, I'm going to have to need all my hands on deck. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to attach this, pull it tight, just put a little grommet on there, and then we'll glue that head on after we get it flocked, and that should be it. So this sits down in here like so. And that's how it's going to work. So we'll come back, and we should have like a completed peg pulled on there, and I'll show you how it works. So stay tuned. All right, gang, welcome back. So I got the head attached, or the post. So you can see here, it's just attached with this bungee. And I crimped this piece of metal here, and then it works great. Turns, swivels around in that socket really well. So let's cut that off real quick. Then our head. We'll have to drill our head a little more. So our head is going to fit down on there. I need to drill the head a little bit deeper in order to make up for that additional length there, which is no big issue. But yeah, when we get it all done, the head will be glued on there and be a fully functioning head. So stay tuned. We are almost done. All right. Welcome back. So I actually drilled the head out a little more. I just want to show you guys that. Just a 1/2 inch drill bit. And we could trim off a little more of this bungee. So that head will sit down right on there like that. And once we get it glued on, It'll be a fully functioning head. Now, if I had more time and I was going to do it a little differently, I would have 3D printed this to have a small little cavity down in there, kind of like the muscle body neck post, so that would sit down in there, and I'd probably put a piece of metal over that and then a magnet on the head, so you could take the head off or whatnot and maybe make 2 different head variations. I don't know. If I was doing it differently, I might, but this is just a really quick creature close-up custom, so we're not going to mess with it. So we're going to flock this guy next. You can see I've got the eyes all done here. I went with a nice blue on yellow. I thought it was cool looking. I think I'm going to do like a white-gray mix for the hair. He does look like one of those Fisher-Price guys, which is what I intended him to look like. So we'll go ahead and flock him. We'll come back and have the head put on, and then we'll discuss maybe some fine detailing and maybe some final thoughts. So stay tuned. All right, gang. So we are nearing the finish line. We've got the head flocked. Got some eyebrows added to it. It turned out pretty good. The only problem, I should have probably given it another coat of white paint on the head. It kind of bleeds through just a little bit, but I'm not going to be too disappointed. It is what it is. I just don't like flocking with white. Excuse me very much. It's real finicky, or it is for me. So, but everything looks great. I really like the way it's turned out. I like the eyes. I reached out to the guys at flockit.com about some blue flock, but they could make it for me, but it was going to be $1,500, and I have to buy like a ton of it. So that was about the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. But whatever, man. Some people are just silly. I don't know. Or maybe I'm silly. Who knows? Anyways, so I got the body almost done. I added a little readout to his wrist thing here, and I put a piece there. I'm probably going to put a patch of some kind right here, maybe. And then finally, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get some paint, water it down a lot, and we're going to weather the uniform, make it a little dirty, kind of accentuate some of the details on the suit, I think. And then that should be about it, and we'll glue the head on. And that will probably wrap up this alien build. So yeah, I think it's turned out great. It's going a lot better than what I anticipated when I started this. So we'll come back and hopefully have a finished product. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So we went ahead, we glued the head on, and we went ahead and weathered this guy. I used some black acrylic paint and some water, watered it down, and I just kind of, put it on this guy with a brush, and then wiped it off with a rag. Gave him a nice dirty weathered look, and you can see I think he turned out great. I think the weathering kind of adds to the figure, kind of makes him look a little more complete in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but we've got our readout here. Looks really cool. Readout here, and then I decided just to leave this blank. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I think it turned out awesome. See the head here, smooth, full range of motion. Yeah, I'm happy with the way this guy turned out. I'm actually, when I did the first figure like this, the Firestar One for Adam Arizona challenge, I learned a few things from that I carried on over to this, and I might actually redo a figure like that. I found some of those bodies pretty cheap on Amazon for around $10, so I might buy a few of those and do another 1 or 2 Firestar One figures. But anyways, guys, this wraps up our alien build, our Fisher-Price inspired alien build. Just basically going over what we did. We got us one of these cheap Buzz Lightyear bodies on clearance at Meijer. I took and molded and casted a vintage G.I. Joe head. Took a 3D printer. We removed the head, built a brand new neck adapter, and then we flocked the head and used Vinyl Wonder paints to paint the head and give it a nice finished alien look, and I think it turned out absolutely great. And I hope you guys like this. So I'm probably going to sell this guy. I know there's been some interest in these. I'm probably just going to throw them on eBay for like $35 for bids. and see if anybody wants to buy one of these. But I think it's a really cool figure, and I'm probably going to make some more here in the near future. So let me know in the comments what you think of this guy. If this is something you'd like to have or something you'd like to attempt. Hit that notification icon, like and subscribe to the page. And in the meantime, guys, keep living the adventure, and cheers.